Hello everyone. Welcome to this video. Today, I want to talk about crocheting. Crocheting is not just a skill for me. It is my hobby. It is something that brings calm, comfort, and joy into my life. This story is slow and simple. You can listen. You can relax. You can learn English naturally. Let's begin. What is crocheting? Crocheting is a hobby you do with your hands. You use a hook and yarn. The hook is small. The yarn is soft. You move the hook through the yarn. You make loops. You pull the yarn. Slowly, something begins to grow. It can be a scarf. It can be a hat. It can be a blanket. It can be a small toy. At first, it looks like nothing. But stitch by stitch, it becomes something real. Crocheting teaches you this lesson. Small steps matter. How I first heard about crocheting. I did not plan to crochet. I did not wake up one day and say, I want to crochet. It came to me slowly. One afternoon, I was feeling tired. Not tired in my body, but tired in my mind. I spent too much time on my phone. I scrolled and scrolled. My eyes were tired. My head felt heavy. I wanted something calm, something quiet, something slow. Then I saw a short video online. A person was crocheting. No talking. Just hands. Just yarn. Just slow movement. I watched it again. And again. Something about it felt peaceful. The first feeling. When I watched the video, I felt calm. The hands moved slowly. The yarn made soft sounds. There was no rush. I thought to myself, this looks relaxing. I also thought, I could never do this. It looked difficult. It looked confusing. There were many loops and steps. But the calm feeling stayed with me. That night, I searched for more videos. Crochet for beginners. Easy crochet. Simple stitches. I did not understand everything, but I liked watching. Buying my first crochet tools. A few days later, I went to a small shop. I felt shy. I did not know what to buy. There were many colors of yarn. Soft yarn. Thick yarn. Thin yarn. There were many hooks. Big hooks. Small hooks. I stood there for a long time. Finally, I chose. One simple hook. One ball of soft yarn. Nothing fancy. Nothing expensive. I told myself, I will just try. The first time I tried to crochet. At home, I sat on the couch. I held the hook in my hand. I held the yarn. I followed a beginner video. The video said, make a slip knot. I paused. I tried. It did not work. I tried again. Still wrong. My yarn fell on the floor. The loop disappeared. I felt confused, but I did not feel angry. I laughed a little. Making mistakes is part of the hobby. My first stitches were not good. They were too tight. They were too loose. Sometimes, the yarn slipped. Sometimes, I forgot the next step. I had to stop. I had to pull everything out. I had to start again. At first, this felt slow. But then, I noticed something. I was not stressed. I was focused. When I crochet, my mind stays in one place. I am not thinking about tomorrow. I am not thinking about problems. I am just here. The calm of repeating stitches. Crocheting is repetitive. You do the same stitch again and again. Loop. Pull. Turn. At first, repetition sounds boring. But it is not. It feels safe. It feels gentle. Each stitch is like a quiet breath. I noticed my shoulders relax. My breathing slows down. The world felt quieter. Why crocheting felt right? Crocheting felt right for many reasons. First, it is slow. There is no rush. Second, it is simple. You learn one stitch at a time. Third, it is creative. You choose colors. You choose shapes. Fourth, it is offline. No phone. No messages. No noise. It gave my hands something to do, and my mind something peaceful to hold. My first small success. After many tries, something happened. I made a straight line. It was not perfect, but it was real. I touched it. I smiled. It was my first small piece of crochet. I felt proud, not because it was beautiful, but because I made it. That feeling stayed with me. Crocheting and patience. Crocheting teaches patience. You cannot rush stitches. If you rush, you make mistakes. Crocheting says, slow down. If you make a mistake, you can fix it. You can pull the yarn back. You can try again. There is no shame in starting over. This lesson feels gentle and kind. A new daily habit. Soon, crocheting became part of my day. Not every day. Not for many hours. Sometimes just 10 minutes. Sometimes 20. I crochet in the evening. When the day is quiet, I turn off the TV. I sit with my yarn. This small habit helps me rest. How crocheting changed my evenings. Before crocheting, my evenings felt empty. I watched random videos. I felt tired but not relaxed. Now, my evenings feel warm. The yarn feels soft in my hands. The hook moves slowly. I feel present. I feel calm. Crocheting is more than a hobby. At first, crocheting was just something to try. Now, it is part of who I am. It teaches me patience, focus, calm, joy in small things. Crocheting reminds me of that. I do not need to be perfect. I just need to begin. Gentle reflection. If you are listening right now, maybe you are tired too. Maybe your mind feels busy. Maybe you want something calm. Crocheting is not fast. It is not loud. It is quiet. It is gentle. And sometimes, that is exactly what we need.